What are you doing here?
The same thing my father is doing to me in the palace.
Calm down, Jalaledin. You're paying the price for the deep-rooted hatred Tarkhan has for your mother. I was a stranger in the Sultan's palace. Your grandmother kept this hatred of hers for me all these years, and all because I was not from her tribe. She even waited until today to take revenge on me. That's what she thinks she's done.
It's foolishness. Why should the Sultan allow himself to become the tool of the hatred and tricks of women?
Half the commanders of the Sultan's army came from Tarkhan's tribe. By making Ozlak his crown prince, the Sultan buys their swords and also manages to keep his army safe from being slaughtered.
The truth is, when a sword is bought with such shame, it does not leave its scabbard when it comes to war, and the Sultan will be left alone. What the Sultan has to do is win over hearts and not swords.
The Sultan's heart is with you, Jalaledin.
I swear to God I would have given up what's rightfully mine if my father had stripped me of it out of his own will. Not because he fears his mother or her tribe.
Look, I'm afraid of Tarkhan's hatred as well. Even much more than your father is. Don't let Tarkhan take you away from me, Jalaledin. If you don't go to the palace, that will weaken Ozlak's position as crown prince. Don't let them consider you as a silent claimant to the Sultan's throne. Go to the palace and pledge allegiance to your brother. Don't tear apart your relationship that you have with your father and break your mother's heart by not going.
Ah!
What a wonderful blessing. You have truly graced the palace by coming here today. You know, I almost lost my sight trying to find the Emir Bukhara in all that fat and bulge. I'm actually amazed that I could see you at all. So tell me, what's going on in Bukhara's paradise?
From Khorazm to Iraq, I'm quite sure that a single fruit doesn't fall off a tree in a garden. Nor does a sheep give birth to a calf without you knowing about all of it first, Nazareddin. So please don't ask me what you already know.
Don't be so sarcastic, Emir. The Sultan has arms and legs and eyes and ears, you know. You see, you and the rest of the Emirs are the Sultan's arms and legs, and I'm his eyes and ears.
Well, may God grant the Prime Minister a very long life. I thought that the eyes and ears of the Sultan are his Prime Minister.
But you know, you really cannot expect much from those weak eyes and even weaker ears. The truth is, the Sultan has many of those eyes and ears, O Emir Bukhara. I am one of the smallest among them, and of course, I am also a very naive person for wanting to express myself.
Tell me, do you know what I pray for night and day, Nazareddin? Good health for the Sultan, and a long life for the Prime Minister, because in his absence, the Sultan will be surrounded by people who are just like you. People who are shadows, who walk and whisper in each other's ears, and have nothing else on their minds except for overcoming the wills of others in favor of yourselves and also your tribes.
That they would know this place inside and out. Today, Today, it has been about 150 years that the great Kharazm dynasty has been ruling over this land. The son of this dynasty rises from the Amur River to Sindh, and everything there is from the east to the west. Right now, there is absolutely no one in any corner of the world who truly does not know the name and also the prominence of Sultan Jalaledin Mohammad Shah. And that being said, we must be truly thankful and grateful for the magnificent king that God has blessed us with. Because all of the affairs of the world, and also religion, cannot be handled properly without a strong and dominant government. But for every coming, there is a going. Mankind is mortal, and all of us are simply just guests for a certain number of days in this house which is called the world that we spend our entire lives in. What remains is He, the one and only great, almighty, all-powerful God. O Amirs, nobles, and commanders, on this auspicious day, the Sultan, based on long-standing tradition and interests, and in the presence of you, who are the emirs of different parts of the land, the commanders of his armies and the men of great stature and position, the Sultan chose Ghotadin Ozlag as his successor for now, and he will be recognized as the new crown prince, and from this day forth, after the Sultan, he is to be known as the new leader. He will be king, and coins will be minted in his name.
In the name of the Almighty and All-Powerful God, and on my command, I proclaim you now as the 8th Kharazm King. May you live a long life.
Congratulations.
Doesn't the Emir of Bukhara intend on congratulating the new crown prince at this time?
Where is Jalaledin right now? Wasn't he supposed to be the new crown prince instead of Ozlak? Or am I mistaken in thinking so?
Now, if you're a man of politics, you know that suppositions mean absolutely nothing. When it comes to politics, that is.
Long live the Sultan.
Long live the Sultan. Long live the Sultan.
Congratulations, brother. You are well worthy of the robe that is given to you, of the Crown Prince.
All of you should know, the heart and sword of Jalaledin belongs to the Crown Prince.
We are having a celebration today, and I, just like any other father, would like to see both of my children at this special gathering, standing next to each other.
Your ceremony is entertaining enough. I'm not a man of celebrations, Father. I detest parties and receptions.
over. Jalaledin is a bit harsh. He knows war better than celebrations. Control yourself, son. You should honor your stature.
It's Jalaledin who has to respect my stature, father.
Even if you do become Sultan, Jalaledin is still your elder brother. Have a good time on the occasion of this auspicious day.
You mean more like this, sir?
Yes, it is very nice indeed.
Don't go too far there, Jalaledin.
Can I at least go see the birds, please?
The imagination of mankind is driven with what he imagines something to be. The thought of a garden takes you to a garden if you really think it, and the thought of a shop takes you to a shop. But in these imaginations, what you don't see is the deception, which might be hidden in places you would never think of. What you don't see is the regret of having gone there. And that's when you say, I thought it was for the good, but it wasn't. I'm a bird, a nightingale, a parrot. If they tell me to make a different sound, I cannot do that because this is my language. I cannot do what I cannot. This is the way that life works in this world.
You tricked me big time, Mirza. You sold me an ill parrot. It only had strength to live for a few more minutes with me. You tricked me into buying an ailing bird.
It might have just eaten what it shouldn't have eaten.
But I didn't have anything with me at the time. It was in the cage when I got it from you, I remember clearly. I arrived home, opened the door, and it was lying in the cage like this.
It was unbelievable. The seller was holding the parrot's wings, looking at it like this, to see what happened to it. All of a sudden, it happened. The parrot came back to life. The dead parrot came back to life and flew away.
So the dead parrot came back to life, you say?
Yes, it flew away and went into the sky, Mother.
The poor seller is unlucky.
What about the poor buyer who had paid for it?
It was an intelligent parrot, son.
What is Father laughing at?
He must have found something humorous about your story.
So the parrot died. To be freed, you see.
That's right. The parrot pretended to be dead and was then freed.
It was singing and very much alive in captivity. But when it stopped being amusing, things had to change. It then decided to free itself. That means sometimes choosing to be silent is more effective than speaking aloud. It's without mishaps.
Wisdom is like rain in the monsoon season. It is endless and rains down on all those who want it. But it pours down only as much as it is deemed necessary.
There was a heavy weight on my shoulders, which I feel no more today.
Tonight, surely there will be many closing their eyes to sleep peacefully. What happened was what they wanted and dreamt of for so many years.
You're being way too bitter right now, Prime Minister.
I vowed to the Almighty God and the Sultan to speak only in times when telling the truth. There are many flatterers in the palace. These are surely the last days of my life, Sultan. Let this very old man with a bitter tongue say what others won't say because they fear for their life, or they love their life too much, maybe.
You have upset me quite a bit now, Prime Minister.